Today we'll learn some problems of DFA which accepts the strings of A's and B's. Okay, so first problem is starting with the string AB. Should start with the string AB. So as we have discussed, DFA means every state should take a transition for every alphabet. Okay, so here what is the alphabets we have? Alphabets are A and B. Means A and B is the alphabets given, and it should have the string starting with the string AB. Means what will be the examples? Example baby, minimum AB should be there, and it may followed by anything AB again, or BA, or AB ABB. So like this it may follow any of the pattern, but it should start with the minimum string should be AB and maximum followed by any occurrence of A and B's. Okay, so this is our main string possible requirement. Okay, so for that starting, so as you know, the starting state should always starts with the arrow, not originated from any other thing, and these are the states Q0, Q1, Q2, and double circle is a accepting states. Right. So as our minimum string is AB, so Q0 to Q1, one alphabet we have to write. Starting string alphabet is A and the next alphabet string is B. This is our minimum. And it may contain any occurrence of A and B. So we are looping it to A comma B. So that can be any occurrence of A and B. Now what is the rule? DFA should take the transition for every input. That means Q0 is taking a transition for A, but it is not taking a transition for B. The same way, Q1 is taking a transition for B, but it is not taking a transition for A. Right? So for that purpose, what we have to do, we are creating a trap state. This is called as a trap state. Means what? If the transition takes starting with the B, it will come here and it will loop here only, because we don't have any exit from this loop. Means after Q3 there is no acceptance state occurs, right? So here if the string is AB, then only it will reach Q0 to Q1, Q1 to Q2. If we have some other string like BA, so B it will come to Q3, again A it will loop here only. Okay, and Y again Q1 if it reads A. Okay, if it reads A, again it will come here. We can't loop it. Why? Because A, B it will come. What is our question? It should start with the string AB. Okay, so for that purpose, we can't loop it here. If it is starting with double A, okay, so it has to come to the trapped state, because it is not following our required pattern. Okay, so that's why we have to mention. So now if you have to see, is it DFA. So Q0 is taking transition for both A and B. Q1 is also taking transition for both A and B. And Q2 is also taking transition for both A and B. And Q3 is also taking transition for both A and B. So this is now is our DFA. This is our DFA formal definition, which is having 5 tuples Q set of states, that is Q0, Q1, Q2 and Q3. Okay, so this is a wrong actually. You should contain Q0, Q1, Q2 and Q3. We have 4 states, no, set of states. And then alphabet. Alphabet is given in the question, that is A and B. And Q0, the starting with an arrow, that is our start state. And F is our final state represented in a double circle, that is Q2. And transition function is this one. So every states we have to write Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3. Q1 is the starting state, okay, and star should be represented to Q2 because that is the accepting state. Okay, star should be represented here, and Q0 for A. So now you can see Q0 for A, it is taking transition to Q1, right? Again, Q0 for B, it is taking transition to Q3. Q0 for B taking transition to Q3. Again, Q1 for A, it is taking transition to Q3, and Q1 for B, it is taking transition to Q2. Right? And again, Q2 for A and B, it is taking transition to itself. So Q2, Q2. And again, Q3 is also looping to itself. So Q3, Q3. So this is a representation of transition table. And another way of representation is delta, transition function delta, Q0 for the input A is taking transition to Q1, and delta Q0 for input B taking transition to Q3. This is another way of representing the transition function. So this is called transition table. Okay, this is the problem for starting with A and B for the given input A and B. DFA design. Okay.